Hello everyone, this is Darren at GNB Productions, and today we're going to be looking at the new animated Mortal Kombat movie, Scorpion's Revenge, which is basically a retelling of the first Mortal Kombat Scorpion, except in animation and having a bigger focus on Scorpion, hence the title. Now, first and foremost, I am a loose fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Like, I don't know every single piece of lore spread throughout, the entire game franchise and whatnot. I only know some of the necessary bits. Also, I haven't looked at the live-action Mortal Kombat movies yet, but I do plan on getting to them in the future. Now, with that being said, I love this freaking movie. The action is nuts. Mortal Kombat is a franchise that I think would work better in animation than anything else, because you can just go crazy with the gore, the fatalities, the x-rays, etc. You can only go so far with like live action and CGI to the point of it, eventually becoming a freaking cartoon. But as a cartoon in itself, I feel like you can just go nuts with any of the fights that you would want. I feel like the best fight in this movie has to be between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And speaking on the fatalities and specials and whatnot, I love how they were used in this movie. It never feels like, they were just checking each one off of a list that's, like necessary, like we gotta have that in there. Each one feels earned and feels like, it's integral to some bits of the story. Like Johnny's special. This scene is the first time we see Johnny have actual legitimate fighting prowess. Now that's a good thing and a bad thing. I'll get into that in a minute. And after spending the majority of the movie getting hit in the dick, now he's hitting others in the dick. And it feels completely in character. And you all know Scorpion's iconic move. It was a quick but painful revenge move to finish off his opponent. Okay, so remember how just a minute ago I said, that scene where Johnny was fighting, that was like the first legitimate time we see that he has fighting capabilities? Yeah, I said that was a bad thing because that scene was in the last 30 to 20 minutes of the movie. Johnny don't do a whole lot of fighting in this movie. He mostly just runs away. And that really got me annoyed because the first person he goes up against is Baraka, and the only thing he does is just runs away. He doesn't fight anyone significant. The only really small problem I have with this movie is that the whole tournament aspect is a little tossed to the side after a while once we get to the main focus on Johnny, Sonya, and Liu Kang. I don't know, the premise of the entire world, all these different worlds and realms being at stake, and it's all in the hands of this one martial arts tournament that has its own rules, and you have to commandeer to those rules to actually progress further into the story and whatnot. But no, after we get introduced to the main three Earthrealm fighters, it's kind of tossed aside a little bit. So yeah, that's the only small problem I have with this movie. The voice cast in this movie is perfect all around. There's not a single voice that doesn't fit a character in this movie. Johnny, Sonya, Liu Kang, their voices are all freaking amazing. And I also love the little confrontation that Liu Kang had with Katana when the tournament started. Alright, movie. I see what you're doing. And do I even need to bring up how clean the animation is? I mean, if what I've shown you so far didn't already prove that, I don't even need to say that much. Just look at this. This is freaking amazing. And of course, Scorpion having the most complete arc and whatnot, it makes sense because he's the title character. I really hope this movie gets a sequel and spans into a bigger franchise and whatnot, because if you watch the movie, there are extreme hits towards future events to come and whatnot. And the sheer fact that it's called Mortal Kombat Legends with the subtitle Scorpion's Revenge gives me the implication that there is more to come. So, if you disagree with anything I've said, let me know right on there in the comments below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. This is Darren at GNB Productions, and take care.